Joe here. Thanks for visiting Road Trip Joe, and thanks for being my patron. Speaking of patrons, I have one that recently made a special request of Road Trip Joe. Actually, he made the request to about 120 guys, but only a few of us responded. His request was this: can you help me build in my backyard the biggest, most complicated structure ever created on Earth? And oh, he continued, I think I need to tell you it'll take several hours over 2 days. Oh, and another thing, by the way, it's going to take 5 people and 4 ladders. But your help includes lunch. And a beer, of course. Two of us went the first day because we love a challenge. 4 of us showed up the second day for lunch. And we did it with only 3 ladders. What were we building? Well, it was the biggest gazebo that Costco sells, of course. And it was big. Over the course of 2 days and around 15 hours of very hard physical and mental labor, it was completed. This was the biggest and most complicated thing I have ever built. Putting together a nuclear submarine would have been easier, I think. This is what was in the boxes Costco sent. Around 80 different pieces of wood, some 45 really sharp metal items for the roof, and over 1,200 screws, bolts, and brackets to put this thing together. And all of this was featured in a very hard to read and confusing instruction booklet that was provided in English, French, and Spanish. Who writes these things? We, of course, did almost everything twice when we figured out we did it wrong the first time. And sometimes the second. When completed, this 12 by 4 monster would weigh over 1,000 pounds, and it would be over 10 foot tall. Of course, the manual said it was an easy assembly, and it would only take 4 or 5 hours. I don't think we could have even taken it apart that fast. And 5 old guys reading an instruction manual for something this complicated is never a good idea. And as you can tell from the video, there were long periods of us standing around reading the manual. Each of us had our own interpretation. Of course, they would only let me read the Spanish version instructions. It read just like a foreign language. But the Spanish version read much easier, although they didn't pay much attention to my suggestions. And for good reason, I suppose. But I've put together pretty much everything. Teardrop trailers, IKEA furniture, backyard ponds, you name it, I've put it together. Never anything like this, though, that required so many people. But with a little luck and smello grease, 5 old guys got it done. There were 2 Erics, a Mike, a Jim, and a Joe. Way to go, guys. Looks great. It actually feels kind of good to build something like this. And Eric, you can take a break now from the Costco bargain basement sales on outdoor structures. This was what, our 4th one? Well, 2 I guess, but I think this one should count as 3 just by itself. So that's 4. Did I tell you lunch was great? So what do you think?
I think we're getting there. I really appreciate you guys being here and helping me out.
Oh, we had pizza.
You know, I mean, I wish I was playing golf while you guys were finishing up, and I can come back and be done.
Hey,
but
is it okay if Eric just takes off and goes and hits some golf balls, gets ready for
tomorrow?
We'll finish up. We don't need him, do we? Okay, go ahead. Get out of here. Joe here. I'm here with Sue. She is the proud owner of this new gazebo. And
it only cost me pizza and deli sandwiches.
yeah, that's not bad. Now you need to promise us, because this is like the third or fourth thing we put together for Eric. You need to promise us, don't let him buy anything else from Costco, right?
Unless it's put together.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you, Sue.
This is a ridge cliff
God.
right here.
We've taken it apart a few times. That's all I got.